And the Red Sox face Arizona one more time here in Phoenix, trying to bust out of a 3-game rut. Red Sox have dropped 1.5 games behind the Yankees for the top wildcard spot. Still 4.5 in front of Kansas City. The Royals on the outside looking in right now. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being with us on this Sunday. Dave O'Brien along with Sweet Lou Merlone, also Jemai Webster. The offense has been very, very quiet, Lou, without Roman Anthony in there. Will today be the day they bust out and score some runs?
Well, you usually don't see a lineup affected this way by a 21-year-old rookie, but it's just not any 21-year-old rookie. This is one of the better hitters in the game, and it's going to take a while to kind of feel the effects of this lineup. But the last 3 days you hit on, it's been really quiet. 2.3 runs per game. You look at the batting average, 218. And they had 4 runs in 1 inning in the 8th. That's pretty much been it. No home runs whatsoever. No pop. OPS 539. So they need a jolt. And when you need a jolt, the guy that's usually been in the middle of things for this club is this man, Trevor Story. You look at the game-winning RBIs, what the record is when he hits a home run. Bregman may be another one, but Trevor Story always seems to be in the middle of an offensive explosion. I'd like to see a big day from him here today.
Sure. At the hands of the suddenly surging Arizona Diamondbacks. They feel like now they're right on the edge of the wild card when they were given up for dead not long ago, mainly at the trade deadline here at Chase Field in Phoenix. One to Alexander. Going up the middle. He didn't scald it, but he hit it hard enough to punch it through, and a run scores. Moreno across the plate, 1-0 Arizona. Talk about placement, the infield in.
Well, go back to that wild pitch. Change the whole inning. You got a couple little weak ground balls. Infield's back. Story gets this ball. And, we talked about the other night. It's trying to creep up on you again. That's not.
2-2 ground ball at second. The flip there. Story gets the out on the first and a double play. Nicely turned by the Sox. A run does score. Arizona in front 1-0. And that one hit toward the alley. Duran taken off. He's going to make a sliding effort on it, and he made the catch. Outstanding play by Duran. Broke on that and made a sprawling play in the alley to steal a hit.
Oh, beautiful play. It was off the end of the bat. Well, it just gets a piece of this, but you thought it was going to drop. A little hooking towards Duran, but he just outruns this baseball. Makes a beautiful play. You mentioned that's a big one, too, at the top of the order here coming up. These are the type of plays that can get you going, or you kind of.
Wells yesterday. Line shot. That'll find the alley. That's going to bring in the run. Here comes Bregman. Trevor taking a wide turn. He's back to first base. The Red Sox have tied it on his 89th run batted in. It's a 1-1 game.
Keeps doing it. Again, when this team needs a big hit this year, how many times have we gotten it from Trevor Story? And it's just a quality at bat. Fell behind 0-2, takes a heater here. Stays the middle of the field with 2 outs. A fantastic bat flip as well. Look at this, outstanding. Gets some Sox on the board. It allows because it hits the gap. Bregman doesn't have to run full steam either. Kind of can jog in.
Down. Oh, here comes the runner. Cal trying to score. The shovel to the plate. He's safe. He beat it. They got away from Connor Wong out in front of the home plate. 2-1 Arizona. So that steal of third, a big play. That's a wild pitch.
Now you look at that stolen base third, right? So you're just worried about getting Alexander, whether he's on second or third, he's going to score in a hit, but he steals third in this ball here. See, Connor tried to pick it, and he actually pushes it towards Bayo. And
Carroll taken off and poked toward right. Coming on Refsnyder, a dive, he can't get it. It's going to roll into foul territory. Here comes the run. Carroll turning around, he will score. They had a big run here in the 6th inning. 3-1 Arizona. Well, Refsnyder selling out, trying to get it, but could not make the catch.
Great effort by Rob. You had to. Right, he just sort of reaches out, hits this thing on the line. Rob tries to get to it. He can. He knows he's not going to get Carroll now. He was going on the pitch. Bayo had him 0-2. Right, missed with a couple of pitches. See Carroll. I don't know if he thought that ball was going to be foul or not. He actually stopped for some reason. Still able to score easily.
Oh, he got it picked off. Locklear will run him down. The tag. Oh, he got past it. He's safe into second. He was dead to rights, but he gets into second base.
Wow. I thought that was it. I thought that was it. And Locklear kind of runs him back. But he waits a little bit long, and this throw is high. Look, he gets caught. I mean, he's jumping. This throw is too high. Trevor commits to take off, and you see Perdomo catch it.
Wow.
Have to go up and then down, and they don't have a challenge, even if Perdomo thinks he tagged him, but he missed him clearly.
Loved his reaction, too. That's a stolen base. So
yeah.
He's 27 for 27. How about that? And you're supposed to be out by 10 feet.
That's when you know you're going well here with the stolen bases. 27 for 27. And again, that's just a throw from Locklear being down. If that thing was waist high, Perdomo's able to catch it and tag him. But
and a line drive into center field, down for a base hit. Story will score, low to third. As the throw comes back in, this is a 3-2 game. Hamilton with his 16th RBI.
It's a real nice job, David Hamilton, getting this guy open, right? Stay in the middle of the field. Kind of gave it away. He's going to keep the ball away from you. This one, he tries to elevate and just stays up the middle. Now you got a base stealer on first base. We talk about the side armor, the big kid, but they're not going to let him face the next guy.
The 2-0 pitch. Hard ground ball and bobbled a bit there by Lawler. He'll fire and threw it away. 2 runs will score. Connor Wong sent down to second, and the Red Sox flip it, and they take a 4-3 lead. On the misfire, Lawler had it come up off the glove. And we'll see if Connor's okay.
A collision at first with Locklear.
Took a tumble.
Yeah, Lawler kind of bobbles this ball, and then he kind of regathers it. You figured, okay, he's gathered himself. You see this ball kind of come up on him, hits off his cap, but then he gets a nice bare hand. He just throws this ball down the line in that collision. That is dangerous. Locklear's got that arm out there. Connor Wong runs into that right off that shoulder. You worry about ankles, knees hitting the bag. They went out and checked on him. He's okay. At this point, you'll take it any way you can.
The 2-2. Line drive, base hit to the left. Thomas rounding. Duran up and throwing home. The run will score. And this game is tied. Although the man who made the big error comes through with a big base hit. We're 4-4.
That was a hanger. Right in the middle part of the plate with 2 strikes. You don't get away with those. You know, first pitch, just try to steal a strike, you get it, but with 2 strikes, you don't. Now Lawler's second RBI of the season.
In the 9th. And a line drive in the left field, dropping. It is a dive and a miss, and the run is in. It's going to go all the way to the wall. In to score Gonzalez. Eaton right behind him. The Sox in front, 6-4.
Oh, Nick Sogard coming off the bench. Pinch hitting late. The team's looking for a spark. And he stays on this pitch, drives it out there. McCarthy gives it a bid. But look at this. The split finger stayed up. Stays on it, and a big hit here from Nick Sogard. 2 huge runs, and now the big fella can start throwing out there.
Gonzalez and Eaton come scampering home on the double. Sogard off the bench. To Narvaez. Swing, lobs it into right field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Here comes Sogard. The throw to home plate, not in time. Another run scores. Red Sox have some wiggle room in the 9th. It is 7-4.
Nice job by Narvi coming in off the bench. Again, kind of knowing what you're dealing with. Does a nice job. Doesn't try to do too much. This is when he's at his best. We know there's pull side power in him. But when he stays on the baseball and uses the whole field, that's when he's a better hitter.
Run will be taken off. 3-2. Swing and a miss. He gets it done. The Cuban missile once again comes through. Red Sox win it 7-4. Man, did they need that. And that is 600 career managerial victories for Alex Cora, third man in Red Sox history to do that. Red Sox salvage a big one today.
Well, he had to work, Cora, to get this one in that ninth, bringing all these guys off the bench, and of course Chapman coming in doing what he does. It's important. We've talked about it. No sweeps. You can't get swept, right? That's why this game was so important. Kind of calm the waters down a little bit going up into Sacramento. Get up there, try to win 2 out of 3, and hand the ball to the big fella tomorrow, Crochet. But huge hit from that man there, Nick Sogard, coming up big late.
Sure was, with a big double there. 7-4. Red Sox win it to take the finale in Arizona. And this Red Sox win presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Stay tuned. WB Mason, Extra Innings Live coming your way. Adam and Jim break it down, the victory, and preview the series with the A's. Plus, Jemai will talk with Nick Sogard. That and more coming up after the break.